Welcome to Trending Update USA. I am Stefan, and today we bring you a dramatic, emotional, and unforgettable moment that has taken the tennis world by storm after cameras caught Coco Gauff in a raw backstage meltdown that is now going viral across social media platforms, sparking intense debate, deep sympathy, and powerful conversations about pressure, fame, and the hidden battles athletes face behind the scenes. What fans witnessed on court was only part of the story, because what happened moments later backstage revealed a completely different side of the young superstar that no one was prepared for. Coco Gauff, one of the brightest stars in modern tennis, has always carried herself with incredible maturity, grace, and composure far beyond her years. But this time, the cameras captured something rare and deeply human. The tears. The shaking hands. The emotional breakdown that showed just how heavy the weight of expectations has become. It all unfolded after a tough match that didn't go the way Gauff had hoped. From the first serve, there was tension in the air. Coco fought hard, chasing every ball, pushing through long rallies, and refusing to give up even when the momentum shifted against her. The crowd could feel it. Every missed opportunity seemed to cut deeper, every unforced error added another layer of frustration. By the final point, the disappointment was written all over her face. She walked to the net, shook hands respectfully, and waved briefly to the fans, but something was clearly wrong. Her smile was forced. Her eyes glistened. As she made her way off the court, cameras followed her down the tunnel, and that's when the moment that has now gone viral happened. Once backstage, away from the roaring crowd, Coco stopped walking. Her shoulders dropped. She leaned against the wall, covering her face with her hands as tears streamed down. The emotion hit her all at once. Reports say she tried to compose herself, but the pressure finally exploded. She was seen wiping her eyes repeatedly, pacing back and forth, and at one point crouching down as if the weight of the moment was too heavy to stand. A staff member approached to comfort her, placing a hand on her back and whispering words of encouragement. But Coco's heartbreak was visible. She shook her head, seemingly replaying the match in her mind, thinking about missed chances, critical points, and the expectations she carries every time she steps on court. Within minutes, clips of the moment were circulating across TikTok, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Fans around the world were stunned. Many had never seen Coco like this before. Comments flooded in instantly. "Seeing Coco like this broke my heart. She's only human. The pressure these athletes face is unreal. This just shows how much she cares." Others debated whether backstage moments like this should even be filmed, arguing that athletes deserve privacy in their most vulnerable times. But one thing was clear: the video struck a powerful emotional chord. Coco Gauff has grown up in the spotlight. From the moment she burst onto the scene as a teenager defeating legends of the sport, the world labeled her as the future of tennis. With that fame came massive expectations: Grand Slam titles, world #1 rankings, endorsement deals, constant media attention, and endless comparisons to tennis greats. Every match now feels like a test of greatness. Win, and she's praised as a superstar. Lose, and the headlines question what went wrong. That emotional meltdown backstage wasn't just about one match. It represented the buildup of pressure that has been stacking up for years. Sources close to the team say Coco has been pushing herself extremely hard in training, working relentlessly to improve every part of her game: serve consistency, forehand aggression, mental focus, and physical endurance. She wants to be great. Not just good. Great. But greatness comes with a heavy cost. Fans sometimes forget that behind the powerful ground strokes and confident interviews is a young woman still navigating life under a microscope. The viral clip opened a wider conversation about mental health in professional sports. Former players, coaches, and sports psychologists chimed in online, explaining that emotional releases like this are actually very common among elite athletes. They're just rarely caught on camera. One former champion wrote, "We all had moments like this. Crying in locker rooms. Feeling like you let everyone down. The difference now is social media sees everything." Another said, "This is what passion looks like. It means she cares deeply about her career. Many fans rallied behind Coco, flooding her social pages with messages of support, love, and encouragement. "You're stronger than you know. Losses don't define you. We're proud of you no matter what." And some even shared their own stories of pressure and burnout, thanking her for showing vulnerability. Interestingly, the meltdown may have actually strengthened her connection with fans. Instead of damaging her image, it humanized her. People saw not just a champion, but a person. Sports analysts also weighed in, noting that emotional reactions like this often happen at turning points in an athlete's career. "This could be the moment that fuels her next big breakthrough," one analyst said. "Sometimes frustration becomes motivation." Others pointed out that many legends, Serena Williams, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, all had emotional moments early in their careers that later became stepping stones to greatness. Still, not everyone agreed on the media coverage. Some critics argued that broadcasting such private pain crosses a line. "She deserved space, not a camera in her face," one fan posted. "Let athletes feel without turning it into content." The debate continues, but the reality of modern sports is that cameras are everywhere. As of now, Coco has not directly commented on the viral video. However, she later posted a short message thanking fans for their support, and saying she's focused on learning and improving. Those close to her say she's already back in training, determined to bounce back stronger. What this moment truly revealed is the unseen emotional toll of elite competition. The long travel schedules. The constant expectations. The pressure to perform perfectly. The scrutiny after every loss. Coco Gauff isn't just playing against opponents, she's playing against history, expectations, and the image of greatness the world has created for her. And that's a battle few truly understand. The Backstage meltdown was a reminder that even the brightest stars struggle. Even champions cry. Even the strongest athletes break sometimes. But often, it's those moments of vulnerability that build the strongest comebacks. Fans will now be watching closely to see how Coco responds in her next tournaments. Will this heartbreak turn into fire? Will the frustration sharpen her focus? Will this be the emotional turning point that pushes her to new heights? If history tells us anything, it's that great athletes use pain as fuel. And Coco Gauff has already shown she has the heart of a fighter. One thing is certain, this viral moment has made her story even more powerful, more relatable, and more inspiring. Because greatness isn't built without struggle. And champions aren't made without tears. Stay tuned with Trending Update USA for all the latest breaking sports stories, emotional moments, and behind-the-scenes updates you won't see anywhere else. This is Stefan, and we'll see you in the next update.